Well, good afternoon everybody, and a very, very happy New Year to you. Today's fixture is between Sheffield United and Chesterfield, a local derby, and everything is to play for. Chesterfield come down here after a very, very good win against Fulham last Saturday, and on that particular occasion they beat Fulham by 4-1. Unfortunately, Sheffield United have somewhat more or less gone back a little bit in the promotion race. They've lost the last match at Preston on Saturday by 2-0, and let's see if they can get back to winning ways down here today on the first match in the new year. The teams today, especially for Chesterfield, nicknamed the Blues. At 1 they have Steve Cherry, 2 Jamie Hewitt, 3 Steve Prendeville, 4 Adrian Shaw, 5 Tony Bryan, 6 Lee Rogers, 7 Kevin Ely, 8 Gavin MacDonald, 9 Dave Waller. The captain for today in place of Arnott is Bob Bloomer, 11 is Andy Morris, and Paul Hart, the manager of Chesterfield's 2 substitutes are Mick Henderson and Robert Elaine. The Sheffield United team: Graham Benstead at 1, Chris Wilder at 2, Martin Pike at 3, Bob Booker at 4, Paul Stancliffe at 5, Brian Smith at 6, Alan Roberts 7, Mark Todd 8, Tony Agana at 9, Brian Dean at 10, he'll be playing his last match today before his suspension starts, Ian Bryson at 11, and Dave Bassett's 2 substitutes today are Peter Duffield at 12 and John Francis at 14. The match officials: Mr. Edward Parker from Preston, and his 2 linesmen are Mr. J.L. Godfrey and a Mr. G.I. Grandee. Nothing to do with the cigars, I'm afraid. And today I have with me Paul Williams, the Sheffield United striker, and he'll, through the match, be doing on-the-ball comments. Well, Paul, what would you like to see Sheffield United, or how would you like to see them go about things today?
Well, Darryl, as you say, we got beat 2-0 at Preston on Saturday, but I can't blame the players very much for that. The pitch was really against them, and Preston had far more advantage right throughout the game. The boys were a wee bit apprehensive about it, but I mean, we haven't let it get to us, and the boys are I'm sure they're going to come out today and win. It'll be a hard match as Chesterfield are fighting for points at the bottom of the league. But as I say, we have to keep up our promotion challenges. I don't think Big Deansy doesn't get suspended until after the Huddersfield game. He's still eligible to play until next Saturday.
Thanks, Paul. One does make mistakes from time to time. The Chesterfield goalkeeper Steve Cherry, who I think is on loan from Derby County, and I think, if my information serves me correct, he's playing his last match for Chesterfield on loan. Big number 5, Tony Bryan. Nice Waller. United goalkeeper Graham Benstead. Agana. Chesterfield's throwing. Flicked on there by Waller. I say Sheffield United will be wanting to get back to winning ways today, especially with Wolves getting a point down at Brentford and Port Vale losing. The nice Roberts. Unfortunately, Alan Roberts just off balance slightly. But that's what we want to see from Alan Roberts, that little bit more today, and that's these crosses coming in from both the wide men. Ian Bryson, remembering, on this left-hand side. Wilder. Now Roberts, neat work by Roberts. He's got Bryson on his far side, but it's Booker. Second corner coming to United with about 4 minutes gone. Everybody back for Chesterfield, barring MacDonald. And that was a good cross. Now Todd. A little bit too casual there from Mark Todd. He should have made far more of that. The last two times these two teams met each other was in the 82-83 season. And on that particular occasion the spoils was shared. United losing out 3-1 at Saltergate, and United winning by the same score down here at Bramall Lane. The United captain, Paul Stancliffe. Long one looking for the head of Dean, gets a flick on. But it's number 5, Brian, puts Cherry in a little bit of trouble. Again. Dean. Back to Todd. Easily picked out there by Jamie Hewitt. The pitch looking in remarkable condition, to say that it's winter time. So let's hope that we don't get all the bad weather in the coming summer. But it's Bryson. Cleared away by Prendeville. Todd. The only option open to Mark Todd. Dean to Roberts. Well, there was a foot up somewhere, spotted there by Edward Parker. Stankley from Booker on the edge of the 18-yard area. Easily cleared there by Rogers. Roberts. Bryson. Ian Bryson getting his feet in a bit of a tangle there, but Martin Pike. Good ball to Waller. Neat collection from Chris Wilder. Smith. Now Dean. Agana. Neatly. Roberts not quite able to collect. Well done by Roberts. Just away from the foot of Agana. Hewitt. Now Pike. Todd getting in the way, but makes up for it with a good ball out to Roberts. And he's got Wilder to his left and, well, I should say right, Dean to his left. The Knights MacDonald. Morris up front, Waller in the middle. Obstruction there by Martin Pike on young Gavin MacDonald. And it's quite a good bank holiday atmosphere, and I would say quite a useful crowd. Now Bryson, Pike to Todd, two front runners, Roberts and Agana, just not quite able to pick Agana out. Neatly done by Martin Pike. The end of the first 10 minutes and it's still Sheffield United 0, Chesterfield 0. And it's Agana to Bryson. Looks promising. Booker. Booker making a bit of a hash of that. Nice. Ely. Not quite finding Morris. Well, Paul, a couple of good chances what Sheffield United have let go astray.
Yeah, I think Bob needed a little bit of composure there, maybe try to side foot, pass the ball in the net instead of blasting at it. When you try and blast the ball like that, sometimes it hits a little bit of a divot and comes up, and as you're saying, he completely miskicked the ball. Little Mark Todd had a good chance earlier on. Usually he'd hit them a pile driver in training, he does it regularly, but today he tried to chip the keeper. The boys need to just settle down a wee bit and take the game to Chesterfield. At the minute I think they're a little bit apprehensive and they're trying to force the game too much, and they're getting caught doing little different things. And their typical example there, Paul Stancliffe tried to rush again, give one of the Chesterfield forwards a chance to get back in there, and Graham Benstead had to come out to the edge of the box and clear the ball. I just hope the boys settle down. As I say, they can't become a bad team overnight. It's the same team has been doing well all season, so it's just up to them to calm down a little bit and get their game going.
Thanks, Paul. Throw in to Chesterfield. MacDonald looks for Morris. Good chance, and it's there. Chesterfield in front after some 12 minutes play, and it's just the thing what Sheffield United didn't want down here. But Brian Smith, unfortunately, not clearing his lines for Sheffield United as well as what he should have done. So after some 13 minutes, the score: Sheffield United 0, Chesterfield 1. High foot up there from the big black lad, Morris. Martin Pike. Booker rather, I should say. Waller. Long clearance. Magana. Now Bryson. Bit of safety first by Brian. Now Dean. Morris. Roberts. Neatly done by Roberts. Can he get his cross in? He's going all the way. Oh, what a miss there by Garner. That was good work there by Alan Roberts. And one would have thought better finishing from Tony Agana. So United creating the chances, but unfortunately not being able to put them away. Roberts. Bryson. Nice bloomer. Two young lads squaring up to each other, and I think the situation has been made more of by each other. Bob Bloomer, who's captain for today and should be setting a captain's example. Waller. McDonald, the offside offender. Good work by Todd. Just that little bit too high. The intention was there. Morris. Now Stancliffe. Hugh. Well, it's not. It's number 3 Prenderville. Well, the Sheffield United back line moving up there, but it was McDonald who was moving through. That's a good ball for Agana. It's been marshalled pretty tightly by Tony Bryan this afternoon. Todd. Now Dean. Dean telling Mark Todd where he wanted the ball. Waller. Morris, clumsily brought down by Booker. And it's Chesterfield who's doing all the right work in this first quarter of an hour. And none more noticeable than the goal he scored after 13 minutes. Cleared away by Booker, but only as far as Prenderville. Off the foot of Ely. Dean. Now Todd. Now Bryson. Bryan. Morris. Obstruction by Chris Wilder. One little Kevin Ely. Easily cut out by Stancliffe. Now Dean. Unfortunately, Agana is fast, but not as fast as that. Neatly by Bryson. Now Dean. Long one from Pike. Bryson. Well, it's had Cherry stretching that little bit, but it was a good collection by the keeper. Now Ely. Not a very good cross by the little number 7. Chesterfield's throw with Hewitt, and if there was anything more like a foul throw than that, I just don't know. But I'll give Chesterfield the due. They've had some good coaching at doing these swallow dives and twists and pikes, but it was quite impressive under the nose of Mr. Parker. Now it's Bryan. Good throw from Stancliffe. Nothing falling right for Sheffield United up to now. And I would think if the lads were just to settle down that little bit instead of trying too hard, things might start to turn out right.
Number 2, Hewitt. Morris. Now Ely, being given that little bit too much room. And a good long ball from Shaw to MacDonald. Nicely done by MacDonald. And the Sheffield United substitutes getting an early run up and down the touchline. Pike. Now Bryson gets round. Hewitt, good cross. Now Booker. Bit of hesitation there by Booker, but Sheffield United's fourth corner. Chesterfield haven't had any as yet. Roberts. Dean. Intention was good. Well, Paul, Sheffield United, the lads still playing at quite a rate of knots instead of just having a tendency to calm it down that little bit more.
Yeah, well, I think that's what happened when the goal came. It was the ball was played into the box along the 6-yard line, and there was a bit of a goal-mouth scramble. Brian Smith tried to poke the ball away, and it hit one of the Chesterfield players actually on the stomach, and he just poked it into the net. It was just like a defensive. I wouldn't say it was a defensive mix-up. It was just, as you said, we weren't clearing our lines. But the boys still have to calm down a bit. They're trying to rush the game too much. We should be taking the game to Chesterfield by all means, but in a controlled manner. Everybody seems to be going at 100 miles an hour, trying to do things instead of just letting things happen and playing to their own system and just letting it take its course, But I think the boys will come back. I can't see us losing this one, to be honest.
Thanks, Paul. Rogers. Now Stancliffe. Well, I didn't see any foul there. It was just a question of two players going for a ball. And Booker, that I would say that little bit bigger than Kevin Ely. But everything seems to be falling for Chesterfield this afternoon up to now. And now it's Waller, leaves it to Morris. And he's 2-0. Well, that was neat work by Chesterfield. And all that stemming from the free kick, from that foul by Bob Booker. But after 28 minutes, it doesn't detract from the score. It's Sheffield United 0, Chesterfield 2. And it's a long time since I've seen Sheffield United 2 goals down at this particular time in a match. Well, whatever thoughts are running through manager Dave Bassett's mind at this particular moment in time, only he will know, but he'll probably emphasise what he's seen in this first 28 minutes in the dressing room at half-time. And I don't think, myself personally, he'll be too pleased with what he's seen by the Sheffield United team in this first 30 minutes. Prenderville. Now Booker. Lagana. Advantage rule allowed by Mr. Parker, but I'm afraid he's going to watch, or he's going to have to watch these feet of these Chesterfield players. The nice pike. Well, we're arguing about 3 or 4 yards. Pike. Number 2, Hewitt. Flicked on by Morris. Waller. Well, it's had to be neat work by Martin Pike. And United offside when the ball was played. Good work by Pike. Now Brian. And this time, the offside given. Booker. Hewitt. Given away by Pike. Well, I must say that every time Sheffield United put a tackle on a Chesterfield player, that they're having a tendency to get the free kick every time. And the ball not just running for Sheffield United. And 35 minutes gone in this first half, and the intention was good there by Chesterfield, but the score still remains Sheffield United 0, Chesterfield 2. Well, Paul, United with the backs to the wall at this little bit, and still they're not settling down.
Yeah, I think I put the curse on them there when I said I don't think we're going to beat today. As soon as I said it, they went and scored another, which was a good goal. This time, I think it was the defensive error by Paul Stancliffe, which are very unfrequent, I may add. Let Chesterfield in for another goal. To say, still another 45 minutes in the second half to go, and we have all to play for, and the gaffer will give us a good stern warning at half time, so I expect better things in the second half.
Thanks, Paul. But it's Morris on his own, and that was a foot up there from Morris, and it was right underneath the Sheffield United bench. United physio, Mr. French there, off very, very quickly. Well, the injury to Mark Todd looks to be quite serious, and whether or not he's signalled for a stretcher, I don't know. But Todd up on his feet, but he's coming off, and he's making way for Peter Duffield. So whether or not this is a little bit of safety first, in view that United's got a tough cup match away at Huddersfield next Saturday, I'm afraid Mr. Parker will have to watch the feet of these Chesterfield players. Well, Dave Waller into the referee's book. Nice Ely. Waller. Again, pushing in the back from Shaw, in the back of Booker. Well, that looks very, very suspect. Whether I thought that he'd miscued that and it had gone for a corner, but it's right at the side of the corner flag. Flicked on by Dean. Could have been quite dangerous, but that's Sheffield United's 5th corner, and yet Chesterfield haven't had one as yet. But what a time it would for United to score and to come back into this match. And then off the line! Well, that was a near thing for Chesterfield. And that's just what Sheffield United could have done with so near half-time. I couldn't see which player headed it away off the line, but it was a very, very close thing. Now Morris to Ely. And again, this time, referee Mr. Parker overruling the linesman. Knee work by Stancliffe. Just that little bit too high for Garner. Now Duffield. Wilder, he's got Roberts wide on the right. Neatly to Booker. Now Wilder. Bryson on his far side. Oh, and hesitation by Roberts allows McDonald to clear the lines for Chesterfield. Well, Sheffield United playing with a little bit more fire. Well, the Blades coming close on a couple of occasions, but still the scoreline is still Sheffield United 0, Chesterfield 2. A packed defence clearing it away yet again, but it's Smith. Now Duffield. Stancliffe, good ball to Duffield. Can he get his cross in? Well, way behind the back to Dean. Morris given to Pike. That was a handball by Pike. Well, not by Pike, it was by Morris. One's getting a little bit carried away with this pressure from Sheffield United. Now Bryson. Pike's cross easily cleared there by Shaw. Picks out Bryson nicely. Now Duffield. Now Pike. And is it there? Yes! It's there! Sheffield United equalised by Tony Garner. And what Bob Booker has said, I just don't know, but he's taken the edge off the United goal. But the goal scorer there, Tony Garner, and his goal coming after some
42 and a half minutes of this first half. So we have now a scoreline of Sheffield United 1, Chesterfield 2. And the Blades couldn't have scored at a better time. Well, let's see if Sheffield United can do what Manchester United did yesterday to Liverpool, and that was score two goals in 2 minutes. Well, Paul, a good time for United to come back into the game there, and not before time.
Yeah, we were putting a lot of pressure on Chesterfield for about the last 15-20 minutes of this first half. Great cross in by Martin Pike, nice and deep, and Tony got there just before the keeper. The keeper actually should have got it, but Tony got up before him, got the good flick into the goal. The crowd is starting to get behind us now, and I think you'll see us coming on stronger and stronger as the game goes further and further on.
Thanks, Paul. Well, it's all happening in the Chesterfield penalty area. Now Dean clumsily brought down there by Brian. Well, we're entering extra time in this first half. Well, the free kick giving Chesterfield that little bit of respite. Well, we've had something like nearly 48 minutes in this first half. And there it is, there goes the whistle to end this first half. A good first half, good derby football. And for his comments on this first half, I'll just quickly hand you over to Paul Williams. Paul?
Well, as we said at the start of the game, it was going to be a tough match from the start. Chesterfield coming here as bottom of the league, needing the points, staring relegation in the face, and ourselves going for promotion, dropped a few points against Preston on Saturday. They took a lead with a scrambled goal after 13 minutes. And just as I had said, I didn't think I could see us getting beat against Chesterfield today. They scored again after about 28 minutes, I think it was. And then the last 20 minutes we camped in their half. They couldn't really get out of their half. We were putting so much crosses in and so much pressure on their defence. It was just a matter of time before we scored. The goal came through Tony Agana, right on, I think it was 45 minutes or so. They'll still get a terrible talking from the gaffer at half time for letting Chesterfield into the game at the start, and I think the second half you see is coming out gunning for Chesterfield. We'll go all out for the win hopefully and get another 3 points here today, keep up the promotion race.
Thanks, Paul. So at half time, Sheffield United 1, Chesterfield 2. Well, welcome back to the second half. We've just had quite an entertaining half-time, whereas we've had a Sheffield United supporter presented with a £15,000 cheque from the silver medalist Peter Elliott. Well, we will now see what Dave Bassett said to the United lads in the dressing room at half-time. And let's hope it bears fruit. Now Garner. Fortunately, the last touch coming off Tony Agana's knee. Waller. Goal kick, says Mr. Parker, and it looks as though Chesterfield have brought on one of their substitutes, and that's the number 14, Robert Elaine. Good ball from Dean to Bryson. Simple ball. Oh, and Garner and Dean both missing out on that. And what a time it would have been for United to come back in and put it all square. Well, that was another missed opportunity. And Sheffield United have got this habit of scoring a goal very, very early in the second half of a match. Prenderville. There again, the number 7, Kevin Ely, doing his beautiful swallow dive. I think he's playing in the wrong type of football. He should be playing his football on the continent. All the agony of his leg hurt him, but he's jumping about. Good punch by Benstead. Nice Shaw. And the player, from what I can gather, who's made way for Robert Elaine, and that is Gavin MacDonald, who's the number 8 for Chesterfield. Well, Paul, what did you make of that? Did you think it was intentional, or as what they call a professional foul?
No, I don't think that. Graham Benstead, I don't think he's capable of a professional foul. He's a gentleman in all categories. I think he was come off his line trying to win the ball. He slid out, and I think the lad Morris was just a little bit too quick for him and knocked the ball to the side, and it looked a lot worse than what it really was.
Well, that's what I thought, but it's not very often that you see a goalkeeper going into the book. But I have known one or two to be sent off whilst I've been watching football. Got some sort of injury to his right knee. But that little magic sponge, as in rugby league, works wonders. Ball leaves it for Bloomer, and it was quite well directed. Now Morris. Now Ely. Running into trouble. But it's Shaw. Now it's Bloomer. Off to Elaine. Good effort from Elaine, a good save from Benstead.
There was an infringement just slightly before that where I thought that it was an offence, but it went unnoticed by referee Edward Parker. But this is Chesterfield's first corner of the match. Ely. And it's a goal, it's Morris putting Chesterfield in front by 3 goals to 1. And what a mistake by the Sheffield United defence. So with 51 minutes gone, 52 minutes gone in this match, the scoreline reads Sheffield United 1, Chesterfield 3. And there we have another goalkeeper going into the book, which is quite unusual. Well, Sheffield United got the backs up to the wall now, which it's the thing what they shouldn't have allowed and what they can't allow to happen, because if they lose today they'll have lost the last 2 home matches, one at the end of 1988 and the first one in 1989. Well, the bookings are coming thick and fast. Did you notice what happened there, Paul?
Yeah, the Chesterfield number 4, as the ball was in the air, Bob Booker was running back and he stuck his arm in Bob Booker's face, and the referee just happened to catch him.
Well, it's Pike. Now Roberts. Roberts leaving it for Paul Stancliffe. Picked on by Dean, but cleared away by Elaine. Now Stancliffe. Good header from Stancliffe. United throw from Pike. Good header from Dean. But Brian keeping quite a tight rein on Tony Agana this afternoon. Again, anything to waste that little bit more valuable time by Chesterfield. A gentle tap into touch would equally have done the job. Roberts again. Well, it wasn't Roberts, it was Peter Duffield. The challenge good from Martin Pike. Header from Agana. Now Roberts. Now Agana. Good cross from Agana, but it was just that little bit too near Steve Cherry. Lane winning that battle twice, but he gets round Stancliffe. Graham Benstead getting the bird from the Chesterfield supporters. That particular occasion, Kevin Healy not being able to keep it in. Well, some inspiration has to come from somewhere in this United team if they hope to get anything out of this match today. Well, let's hope it's coming from Roberts now. It's a good cross, and Dean would have been better leaving it for Agana. Well, I would have thought that Dean would have been better leaving it for Tony Agana. Agana was running in, whereas Dean was leaning that little bit back. Now the chase is on. This time, Agana being held by O'Brien. Booker. Now Roberts. Good length by Steve Cherry. This time Waller offside. For Bryson. Now Pike. At least it keeps Chesterfield pinned down in their own area. And looks as though we've got... Could we have another booking here by the referee for time wasting? No, he gets away with it on this occasion. Now Dean. Agana. Creates a bit of room for himself, but holding his head in disbelief. About 62 minutes in this match gone so far, and it's still Sheffield United 1, Chesterfield 3, and now it's Bloomer. Agana. Now Roberts. Roberts untidily brought down. Well, United taking it that little bit quick. And it not coming off. Now Roberts. Good work by Roberts. Well, it's cleared away on as far as Stancliffe. Nice Agana. Good effort from Agana and a good save from Cherry, who positioned himself pretty well. But United, I thought, should have had a penalty there. Well, Paul, I think Sheffield United's got to start and try to make things happen for them now.
Yeah, I can just see John Francis getting changed there. I think he'll be brought on. I don't know who he's coming on for. We're putting a lot of pressure on him at the minute, but things aren't just going well. Alan Roberts did a great bit of work down the right hand side there, and I thought he should have got a penalty. I thought the boy took his leg just as he was about to strike the ball, but hopefully things will go a wee bit better for us. There's been nothing really going for us this half at all.
Well, it's Roberts, beats his man nicely. Still Roberts. Good work by Roberts. But he was always being pushed that little bit further and further away. And that, the ball going out, gives... Is it going to give Sheffield United a chance to bring their substitute on? And it's Tony Agana that's making way for John Francis. A fresh pair of legs up front sometimes works wonders. And in his last match, John Francis scored. Free kick from Wilder. Dean. Now it's Duffield. Roberts with plenty of space. Good header from Booker. Well, that was very, very near from Bob Booker. And quite a lot of power behind that header. That chance just going the wrong side of the post. Nice work by Martin Pike. Ian Bryson wanting a throw-in when Martin Pike wanted the free kick. Well, if United needed a goal now, this is the time they could do with one. Falls to Roberts. Good cross. Just took off the head of Paul Stancliffe by young Andy Morris. Dean. Smith always got the speed against Waller. Nice Ely. He's got Waller going down the middle. Leaves it to Lane. And what a chance goes begging there for Chesterfield. There was a chance to score from any one of three players. Now Roberts. Well, Bryson's in plenty of space on that far side. Now it's Prenderville. Now Ely. Duffield. Francis. Still Francis. Francis rushing himself that little bit at the final minute. A player with probably a little bit more, a few years first team football, would have deliberated. Well, there's about 20 minutes left in this match. Still Sheffield United 1, Chesterfield 3. And just as I glance down, Wolverhampton are still winning by 3-1, so it's something United can't allow to happen too often. Good work by the young lad Francis. Keeps Chesterfield pen right down in their own area. It's to Dean. Now Sheffield United's 6th corner. Good flick on, and it's saved on the line there from the foot of Bryson. Now Francis. Now Duffield. Morris. Offside. Good work by Francis. Nice Roberts. Well, by Dean, and a good ball to Roberts. Roberts being closed down quickly by Elaine. And this could be dangerous. Super save there from Steve Cherry. Well, Cherry saved Chesterfield on quite a few occasions this afternoon, and not more so just then. All the way across. But what has Sheffield United got to do to put the ball in the back of the net? Well, Paul Williams, 2 good chances there for Sheffield United, and still this 3-1 scoreline.
Yeah, as I said earlier, nothing's going right for us today at all. Big Dino had a good chance in front of goal. He struck it great, and the keeper, it sort of like hit the keeper in mid-air, if you know what I mean. Alan Roberts had another good chance. Ian Bryson's had a couple of chances. As I say, nothing's going right for us at all today. We'll just have to keep plugging away and see what we can get out of it, you know.
Thanks, Paul. Ely. Now Morris. Bryson. Well, his feet flying all over the place on that far side, but the referee allowing the advantage. There, the referee signalling exactly like Jamie Hewitt did, but it still doesn't detract the fact that the number 2 was wasting time. So he is the 4th Chesterfield player to be booked. A yellow card shown to Jamie Hewitt. Booker. Throw into Chesterfield. Well, I thought that was a bit questionable. Well, United's got quite a bit of work to do in this last 12 or 13 minutes, and let's see if Francis can pull it back from here. But United get the corner. This is the 8th corner for Sheffield United. Chesterfield still stuck on their lowly 1. Well, there was no need for that from Lee Rogers. It was a question of Brian Deane backing into the keeper. There was nothing malicious about that. But too many players in games like this have got hot heads, and no more so than Lee Rogers has then. This is what you could call a little bit more time wasting. Now Francis could have made better of that ball. Well, I suppose with another 6,000 or 7,000 Sheffield United supporters thought that it was a United throw. Now we've got another booking, which is Kevin Ely, the number 7. In fact, I'm running out of room on my sheet down here. Pike's cross. Now Bryson gets it back to Duffield. Duffield's cross, not as good as what it could have been. Waller setting a lane on his tracks, but good work by Pike. Good tackle by Pike. Well, there was plenty of commitment there from Martin Pike. Well, there, it just about sums it up for Sheffield United this afternoon. I make it with about 6 minutes left. It's still Sheffield United 1, Chesterfield 3. Well, that was a foot up right in the chest of Graham Benstead. And Bloomer nearly committing a bloomer. Morris, now it's Elaine. Shaw. Elaine not offside. Here we have. Well, it's right underneath the referee's nose, but the player could have gone off to have tied his boot. Duffield. Dean. Now Morris, scorer of 2 goals today for Chesterfield. Now Francis. Waller. We've got Dave Bassett, the Sheffield United manager, sat looking intently at this match on the bench. Cleared away by Jamie Hewitt. Dean being well looked after by Brian this afternoon. That's Healy. Smith. Falls to Wilder. Now Roberts. Short one to Francis. Well, that could quite easily have been an own goal, but today nothing seems to have gone right for the Blades. And it's there, yes! And it's... Well, the referee pointed. It was a goal, but the linesman has seen something else. And Stancliffe seems to have been saying something whilst he was running away, but that would have been That would have been pretty good for Sheffield United, because it would have been a barnstorming, probably the last minute or a minute and a half. But we've had both captains in the book this afternoon, and as Paul Williams has commented, both goalkeepers as well. Well, it looks as though he's sent Paul Stancliffe off, and whatever for, I just don't know. Well, I wouldn't say that shows an air of consistency by the referee. Well, the sending off of Paul Stancliffe just about sums Sheffield United's game up today, and there can't be very many minutes left in this match. Well, I wouldn't say it was a question of that he couldn't hear the referee's whistle, but an element of inconsistency by the referee. The goalkeeper, Steve Cherry, missing it altogether. Nice Healy on that far side of lane. Booker, but his effort going high and wide. Well, there can't be very many minutes or seconds left in this match. Well, it's good work by Hewitt. Now Pike finds Francis. Pike and even Morris, being as fast as what he is, can't get there. Right, Smith to Roberts. Booker. Francis. Well, that was a rather nasty challenge there from Lee Rogers. He played the man, not the ball. And I think Rogers can he so very lucky. Dean, Booker, hacked clear there by Bryan, and there it is. There goes the final whistle down here at Bramall Lane. Well, what can one say about this match? A team riveted at the bottom of Division 3, only until late, which was last Saturday, beat Fulham by 4 goals to 1. Then they beat a team in third spot in Division 3 by 3 goals to 1 away from home in 3 days. But Chesterfield well worth their 3 points this afternoon. It was a good team performance. Sheffield United not playing as well as what they could do, but have had ample chances to have at least got a point out of this match. Goals scored by Morris 2 and Bloomer, the captain for today, 1, and the United scorer being Tony Agana. Numerous occasions, balls hacked clear out of a packed Chesterfield defence. So United losing their last game in 1988 and losing their first game in 1989. My thanks to Paul Williams, the Sheffield United striker, for his comments. So, with Sheffield United 1, Chesterfield 3, from this derby match down here at Bramall Lane, it's from me, Darryl Bentley, saying bye-bye for now.